the Bandwagon. You guys are awesome, man.
In today's episode of the Bandwagon,
I'm 6'3", $160. I mean, I'm a small guy, so skinny legs. And then even better, some people call Jared Lorenzen fat ass. Well, I don't have an ass, so my fourth one is flat ass because I can't wear pants without them falling down. So those are my XFL nicknames.
So you're just roasting yourself hard in this one.
Former NFL running back Jonathan Dwyer enters the wagon.
I'm going with the Philly. I'm not a Patriots fan.
Nice.
I don't support the Patriots, so.
And?
Bah! And just punched him right in the jaw. I was feeling like Rocky and Mike Tyson combined, man. I was like, I feel like Sugar Ray Leonard out there, man. I was like, bah! Hit him one time good in the jaw, and then he started pounding on me, dude. I was done.
No.
I was on the couch with in the tornado drill position. I was done, dude. It was over for me.
let's get to it.
Singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, tweet, rockin' robin, tweet, tweet, blow rockin' robin, 'cause we really gonna rock 'em tonight.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today is Friday, January 26, 2018. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's edition of the Bandwagon. Great show for you today as former NFL running back Jonathan Dwyer joins the program to discuss the Super Bowl, his career, and a whole lot else. From Stevens Point, Wisconsin, my name is Alex Strofe. You can find me on Twitter at Alex_Strofe, STROUF. Joining me as always from the University of North Carolina Podcast Lab, my right-hand man, my partner in crime, Mr. Victor Hensley. You can find Vic on Twitter at FreeZeal, FREZEAL33, for Zeal33 on Twitter. Mr. Victor.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing very, very well. I got my new Bandwagon merch on.
I see that.
Yeah, you sent it to me. I appreciate you.
I got you.
Nobody can buy it yet. It's exclusive to us. But trust me. But listen, though. Listen, y'all. Trust me. One day, this stuff will go on sale. It's gonna go like hotcakes. You know, I don't know what that means, but people say that sometimes, don't they?
I think that's like an older. It's an older generation thing.
Oh, with the older generations, they liked hotcakes a lot. Is that what it was? So they just.
I don't know, man.
They just went. What does that even mean?
They just went like hotcakes.
Okay, all right, whatever that means.
So quickly, Eagles Patriots in the Super Bowl. They had to grease up the poles in Philly. That's sweet.
They had to grease them up.
Yeah, because they didn't want people climbing them.
Oh, that's part of the fun.
Exactly. So anyway,
I'm telling you, when I went to when Carolina won the national championship last year in basketball, go Heels, I witnessed so many people climbing poles, people on street lights, people like hanging from the the little crosswalk things. It was crazy, dude. So I feel like you can't have fun if you can't climb on things.
Yeah, I went to a Shinedown. It's a rock band concert. It was an outdoor concert, Summerfest in Milwaukee last year. And during their hit song at the time, it's called "Cut the Cord," there was a dude climbing the pole, and he probably got like 20 feet in the air. It's like the one pole around there, and he was shirtless. Like you could tell he was hammered, and he was like fist bumping, and you could see he was singing, and he was like trying to get everybody pumped up. And then all of a sudden, you just saw some bright green shirts circle the pole, and then eventually, it was all security, and he fell. When he got to like probably 8 feet above the ground, he fell. Like he lost his grip because he started climbing his way back down, and then he fell. But he fell into like a crowd of security, and you just saw him take him out. Like 8 security guards just had him and threw him out. It was fantastic.
That's actually pretty impressive. Hey, that guy is a legend.
Yeah, it was. Go ahead.
He's officially a Bandwagon legend. What we need to do, Alex, is we need to just every couple months just induct someone into the Bandwagon Ring of Honor.
Oh, this isn't a bad idea.
That's actually a really good idea. He could be the first.
We'll David Gross is the first.
Oh, David Gross. Hey, listen, guys. Our man, the commissioner of the Bandwagon, will be joining us next week during our Super Bowl 52 coverage. You don't want to miss it. He is our favorite guy on the planet. David Gross, commissioner of Major League Lacrosse. Is he still the commissioner? Do we know if he's still the commissioner?
We'll find out next week.
Oh, I'm
Woo!
excited.
Teasers.
That's a teaser.
All right, so let's move from football to lacrosse to concerts to basketball. So I was talking about Philadelphia. I want to talk about a Philadelphia star, Joel Embiid, a NBA All-Star. He was drafted by Team Steph. Steph Curry was one of the captains. His starting lineup looks like this: Steph Curry, James Harden, DeMar DeRozan, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Joel Embiid in the Team Steph starting lineup. The other Team Steph players: Klay Thompson, Karl Anthony Towns, Kyle Lowry, Al Horford, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, and Damian Lillard. The other team, the team represented by the top East All-Star vote getter, if you will, Team LeBron James. He drafted his former teammate Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, obviously, Anthony Davis, and DeMarcus Cousins are the starting lineup on Team LeBron. And to round out, Russell Westbrook was drafted by Team LeBron. He'll reunite with Kevin Durant. Also, LaMarcus Aldridge, Bradley Beal, Kevin Love, Victor Oladipo, and Kristaps Porzingis. I got to ask, who you got?
Oh, you gonna ask me that?
Yeah. It's an all-star game, so don't take
Doesn't
defense
matter.
into play.
That's true. I gotta go. I 100% gotta go Team LeBron. Not even because LeBron's on it. I mean,
No,
Kevin,
No, I agree.
Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook. Who was the other big one that we just
Anthony
talked about?
Davis.
Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, Kyrie Irving.
Bradley
got it.
Beal,
Victor Oladipo, my guy.
Vic Oladipo.
I'm telling
Go Thunder.
you, go Magic. So
Yeah.
yeah.
See, if this was a real game actually being played, I would look at the size advantage. You know, they have two small forwards and two centers, basically, in Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins. It's an all-star game. Doesn't matter. But I'm still going Team LeBron. They have a lot of star power.
Right.
So I'm going Team LeBron. But then again, a lot of dunks and three-pointers in the all-star game. Look at the starting lineup of Team Steph. You got Steph Curry, James Harden, and DeMar DeRozan. And then on the bench, you have Klay Thompson. Kyle Lowry doesn't really shoot threes. Jimmy Butler, Damian Lillard. So, yeah.
I mean, you got a point, but come on, man. You think that you think DeMar DeRozan's coming out here and getting that All-Star game dub? Really?
Good point.
No,
Good
I
point.
like DeMar DeRozan. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm very mad right now that they didn't televise the draft. I wanted to
should've.
see that.
Me too. I agree.
I mean, it wouldn't have been awesome to see. First of all, who was picked last. Like, I would love to know who was picked last.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go. I gotta guess on Al Horford was picked last.
I was thinking Kyle Lowry might have been picked last.
Kevin Love.
Oh, everybody hates Kevin Love. It might have been Kevin Love. I saw something on Twitter that was something like, I don't remember. It was something about how all Kevin Love has to do in the Cavs locker room is just like sneeze, and everybody starts yelling at him. And it's like it's insane what's going on with the Cavaliers right now. Like, I kind of want to jump into this because we haven't had a discussion about this whatsoever. Like, All-Star is fun. You know, LeBron and Kyrie reunited. That's sweet. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook reunited. That's sweet. They probably still hate each other's guts, whatever. But like, there's so much turmoil going on in Cleveland, and I love it. It's great.
I hope they don't win.
They're not gonna win. I mean, it seems like every year around this time they kind of have this lull where they just don't do much. But this year is like they're getting destroyed. They played your Thunder a few nights ago.
And what night was that on?
It was like, what, 148 to 114 or something like that?
Yeah, they put up 148. They put up 40, I think 40 flat in the first quarter.
Oh.
They were up by like 22 entering the second quarter. I only watched the first half of that game because I forgot what I ended up doing after that game. I think I ended up leaving. I think I came back to school then. Yeah.
It was terrible. And then the Magic come out and almost beat them. The Magic aren't good, Alex.
You claimed they were a few months ago.
Okay, listen. See, the thing is, it's weird. Like, obviously, they're not good. They're like 14-33, I think, right now. I don't know if they have the worst record.
Weren't they like 7-1?
They were like 8-2 or something like that to start off, and then now they're 14-33, and so they played the past couple weeks. They've played Minnesota and won. They played Cleveland and lost by 1 point, 104-103, and then we played somebody else. I don't remember who it was. Some other big team. Somebody like Houston, I don't even remember who it was, and we barely lost that game too. And it was just, it's just like we got potential, man, but we're cursed.
Got potential.
Yeah, you're over here like you like the Thunder and the Bucks. I like the Magic, and it's just like,
Bye, Jason Kidd. By the way, we also
Oh.
didn't talk about that.
Oh, we did.
A lot of big sports news in the last week.
I know. How do you feel about the Jason Kidd thing?
Great move,
love
but
it?
we ran a poll on our Twitter. It received like 150 votes.
That's true.
72% said it wasn't a good move.
I think I voted on that thing, and I said it wasn't a good move.
That was a great move. Jason
not-
Kidd does not know what he's doing.
He does. He should have been hired as a coach in the first place. Wasn't he traded from the Knicks? Like,
From the Nets, yeah.
the Nets. Yeah, because remember he was spilling ice on the floor that one time on purpose to try and stop the game or whatever.
Hit me.
And oh, that was perfect. Oh, Jason Kidd. That was like his first 10 games as a coach or something like that too.
Yeah, that was his highlight moment.
So he's not a good coach, but why now? It's January. Like,
Because they fell, dude. They were in 8th place in the East. That's where they should not be.
I mean, yeah, but like it's not like they're that far behind everybody else. Like they have a shot. Speaking of falling, Cleveland is falling for real. Like they're legit falling.
Yeah.
Like I think last time I checked, they were like a game above the 4 seed. I think the 4 seed might be Miami. Like a game above the 4 seed. I'm telling you, the Eastern Conference is going to be a little more crazy than we think it is. Toronto's looking good.
They're a half a game above Miami. They're in 3rd and at 27-19. Miami is 27-20.
And Miami's playing as this show's being recorded, I believe. I don't know if they're winning or not, but I think they're playing like Sacramento. Anyway,
They're up by a point in the second quarter. But continue.
Does Cleveland play tonight?
Nope. Oklahoma City currently beating Washington.
That's fantastic.
Probably turn that game on, but yeah.
Yeah, well, nobody cares. No, I think the Eastern Conference is a lot more exciting than we originally thought it was going to be. We all at the in the offseason thought it was going to be Boston, Cleveland, 100%, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And Boston, I thought Boston was going to win. I still think Boston's going to win the conference. But it's so much more interesting. Toronto looks good. Washington's not bad. The Milwaukee, apparently, if they're going to fire Jason Kidd, that's going to light a spark under them, and they're going to start killing it or something like that. Miami's looking good. It's crazy, man. I don't know. Maybe somebody can come out of the East. It's not Cleveland or Boston. I don't know.
That'd be great. You're absolutely go Bucks.
Go Magic. We're getting there.
Maybe not a go Bucks tonight.
No,
all right.
Bucks.
Anyway, so you mentioned crazy. I want to bring something up that is indeed crazy. Vince McMahon, the commissioner, the CEO of WWE, has now founded a different company, and on what day is it? Thursday afternoon. 3 p.m. Eastern, announces the return of the XFL in 2020. The XFL is back.
No, it isn't. No,
Probably not for long.
It's not back. First of all, it's not coming back till 2020. I graduate that year. That's a little while away. That's 2 years, 3 years, something like that. I can't do math.
2 years. Yeah.
The thing is,
2 years from January.
Was this a surprise for you today, Alex?
No, because we talked about it a couple of weeks ago that the XFL would eventually probably be making a comeback because Vince McMahon had expressed interest.
Well, the only reason I knew because if you saw the XFL on Twitter, it said like 125-18, big news coming. And that was like 2 weeks ago. It's like, okay, guys, if the XFL is randomly tweeting big news coming, I think we know what's going to happen. So this was not a shock to me whatsoever. This is not going to last, Alex. It's not going to last. There's no way. Listen, guys. Listen to some of the guidelines that's going on here in the XFL. Me and you talked about it before the show. Apparently, you can't be connected to political things at all. Therefore, Colin Kaepernick cannot be eligible, which he would be great in the XFL and the NFL. And you can't have any sort of criminal record. Is that correct?
Something like that. You can't be convicted of any serious crime. So, like right now, it sounds like Manziel probably won't be eligible.
But okay, right before the show, I saw an article online that said he is eligible.
Yeah, and I read it. I read one to you too.
You did.
So it's kind of confusing right now. But I mean, we're just getting underway. We got 2 years.
I mean, we do. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care if Johnny Manziel's in the XFL. It's just like if you're not gonna allow anybody with a criminal record in the XFL, how is that any fun? I think we all were hoping that people would have like the defenders would have knives and stuff. Like I thought it was gonna get crazy out there, and now it turns out not only are criminals not allowed in, but they're also trying to make it much safer than the NFL. Like how?
Yeah.
It's Vince McMahon, the founder of the WWE, which is not very violent because it's fake, Alex. But
it's scripted.
It's fake. But anyway, so you getting upset? You get a little
bit. It's all right.
It's okay. Because I just don't understand. If you're Vince McMahon, you are violence. Like Vince McMahon is like the face of violence. And you're going to be like, okay, no, this is going to be a peaceful league. We're going to have no criminals, no criminals whatsoever, and we can't have any hitting, no contact. Like that's essentially how this is going to be. It's going to be flag football, Alex. Nobody wants to watch Johnny Manziel, Tim Tebow run around and play flag football.
However, nobody thought we were going to watch a bunch of old guys run around playing half-court basketball.
Yes, we all knew that we were going to watch that, Alex. We all knew it. We're all Big 3 fans.
Well, anyway, the big guy, the big former quarterback. Trash. Just shut up. The big former quarterback, Jared Lorenzen, expressed interest in the XFL, said, hey, maybe I'll make a return. And then he went ahead and created T-shirts through his T-shirt company with his 22, a Pillsbury Doughboy logo, and on the back it said, he ate me. So, Jared Lorenzen, he's taking full advantage of the XFL's big thing. Basically, their trademark big part is the custom jersey names, kind of like the Big 3, but it started with the XFL, however long ago, in 2001, I think it was. So, Victor, how about me and you discuss some jersey names? We each came up with 4, we're going to put them to a poll on Twitter, and then eventually we'll wear them.
I love it. I've always wanted to have a shirt with my nickname on it. I never got nicknames when I was a kid. No. I wasn't cool enough.
So let's hear some of the ones you came up with, all 4 of them.
All right. So this took me a little while, but my 4 that y'all can vote on my Twitter or on the Bandwagon Twitter, whichever one we put it on. Number 1 is Frazeal. It's got to be Frazeal. Yeah. I'm known as Frazeal33, Frezeal. Follow me on Twitter at Frezeal33. So anyway, number 2 is Magic IV or Magic the Fourth. I was known on Sports Light back in the day as Magic.
Oh, jeez.
And I got to incorporate the Fourth. I'm Victor Hensley the Fourth. I'm Magic the Fourth. So it's Frazeal, Magic the Fourth, the Wagon.
Oh, boy!
I like that one. And number 4 is Man-Child, because I was in like 3rd grade, had a beard and a really deep voice, and my mother called me a man-child, and I'm sure everyone else did. I think people thought I wasn't supposed to be there in elementary school.
You were like that episode of Family Guy where Peter goes back to the 3rd grade.
Exactly. I was like making all the parents uncomfortable. Like, why is that dude hanging out with all these little kids? It's like, man, I'm 8 years old. So my number 4 is Man-Child. So I'm going to go Frazeal, Magic the Fourth, or Magic IV, the Wagon, and Man-Child.
I like it. I like it a lot. My vote is Man-Child.
Oh, okay.
Or the Wagon.
Twitter,
I don't know. It's a tough one.
Oh.
So my potential XFL jersey names. I'm going to throw it back to high school for 2 of them.
Okay.
The first one, shout out to Sawyer. Something else. It's seen in my Twitter cover and bio. I'm known as something else. When somebody says, "Hey, he's something else," that's me. I'm kind of something else sometimes. My second one, shout out to Mrs. Albers, is Mr. Stroff, because she couldn't say my name and she always called me Mr. Stroff. So that would be number 2. My other 2 are kind of a play off Jared Lorenzen. He's known as the big guy. He's a big boy. He's like a 300-pound quarterback. So my first one, Skinny Legs, because I'm 6'3", $160. I mean, I'm a small guy. So Skinny Legs. And then even better, some people call Jared Lorenzen fat ass. Well, I don't have an ass. So my 4th one is Flat Ass, because I can't wear pants without them falling down. So those are my XFL nicknames.
So you're just roasting yourself hard in this one.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah. I really hope you get almost any of them, because they're all kind of like trashing you. So
what's your vote?
I got to go Skinny Legs.
Skinny Legs.
I'm a fan of Skinny Legs. Except for, I feel like it could have been Chicken Legs. I feel like that should have been what it was, but it's okay.
I didn't want to insult the chickens,
That's true. You're right. Chickens are wonderful, so you got a point there.
You're right. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's move on to our interview. Here's former NFL running back Jonathan Dwyer joining the Bandwagon. We are joined now by former NFL running back, 8-year vet, Mr. Jonathan Dwyer. Jonathan, thank you for joining us today on the Bandwagon.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So, Jonathan, let's start with what are you up to today, man? A couple years out of the league now. What's a day in the life like for Jonathan Dwyer? What are you up to?
Besides being a dad, I'm right here. I'm actually, after I got from you, I got to train some kids. I'm doing speed and agility out here at Fury Performance in Woodstock, Georgia. and finishing up getting my degree so I can get into work with the recruiting aspect with Georgia Tech and possibly a coach as well.
Okay, nice. And, we're having you on as part of our Super Bowl 52 coverage. So I think, first off, I just want to ask you, how you feeling about the big game this year? What's going on? The Pats, Eagles?
It's going to be an exciting game. I mean, I think that it's going to be an exciting game. There's a lot of adversity with it, with Philadelphia. Everybody pretty much timed them out ever since Carson Wentz got hurt. And they're starting to surprise some people. Nick Foles is showing that while he was a second or third round pick, and, their defense is helping them out at the same time.
So here we go.
No,
keep going.
And
Sorry,
New England, they got the GOAT on their team, and he's dealing with what everybody thinks about him. He's too old, or all that drama they have had throughout the year, and it's going to be a good game.
Now here we go. I get the honor of asking the big question. We're starting out hot here, Jonathan. Before we jump in to your career and some other things, who you got in the big game? You got the Philadelphia Eagles, the 1 seed out of the NFC, or do you have the New England Patriots, the reigning champions, the number 1 seed out of the AFC? Who you got?
I'm going with the Philly. I'm not a Patriots fan.
Nice.
I don't support the Patriots, so I'm going with Philly. And I know a couple guys that play with Philly, so I'm gonna roll there. Even though there's a tech guy over at the Patriots, but I'm gonna go with Philly.
So you just mentioned how you don't care for the Patriots that much. So I have to ask, man.
No.
Does Tom Brady's consistency does it piss you off as much as it pisses everybody else off?
I think it mainly is just the aura, like how they're so good or whatever. But I think it's just being in Pittsburgh and not really liking them that much, and how that's kind of builds a rivalry at the same time. But that's pretty much it.
Do you know what their secret is? I mean, like, have you played against them a couple times?
If you can figure it out, you tell me, and I'll help, and I'll send the message out to everybody else.
All right, I'll let you know. I'll work on that.
I have no clue. I don't know how they do it. Even they don't have the most talented guys in the world. They just have this one talented guy, and then they have just a bunch of guys around him that just coexist and they work. And besides Gronk, who else do they really have that's really out there like that? So they got Crooks this past year. But other than that, besides that, I mean, they've had a bunch of, no-name guys that become, big-name guys.
Yeah, and you bring that up, and you played for the Steelers for quite a few years. I got to ask, man, I don't know if jealous is the right word, but almost the competitive spirit between the Steelers and the Patriots over the last decade and even past that. So can you just touch on that rivalry that was alive the 4 years you were in Pittsburgh against New England?
It was good. I think it was, very competitive. I don't remember how many times we beat them, but it was it was always a good game. Everybody was always excited about it. Ben versus Tom, and our defense versus their defense, and et cetera, et cetera. So it was a good matchup.
The Steelers obviously took a pretty hard exit against the Jaguars in the divisional round. How'd you feel about that one?
I was disappointed. I thought they would come out with a win, but Jacksonville played the better game. Blake Bortles played lights out, and they made more big plays than what we did.
And okay, so now moving into the off season, right? It seems like if I'm a Steelers fan, which we mentioned before the show, I'm absolutely not. But if you're a Steelers fan, you got to be kind of exhausted. It seems like year after year, y'all should be winning the Super Bowl. With the talent they got on that team, and it's just they fall short every single year. So there's a lot of drama going on right now. So can you touch on that a little bit? Like what's going on in Pittsburgh?
I would say that I think it's just the media makes it a little bit bigger than what it has to be. I think Coach Tomlin has a very good control of the team, but at the same time, a lot of stuff, I think people make it bigger than what it has to be, like the Le'Veon Bell thing, like being late. I mean, obviously, Coach knew there was no punishment about it, and if he was late on purpose, Coach Tomlin would have handled it the way he wanted to handle it. But I think it was just something that the media blew up a little bit and made it bigger than what it had to be.
So you mentioned the media blows it up a little bit. I'm gonna try not to do that too much, but I want to ask you your honest opinion. You played under Mike Tomlin. I want to know what he was like. I mean, you hear a lot of different reports from the media. I want a former player that played there for quite a few years. What was it like under Mike Tomlin? You enjoy it? You kind of enjoy it? You guys didn't get along? What was it?
I would say that I love Mike T. I love the fact that he was a players coach. He was honest with me. He was always upfront and honest with everybody. He always wanted to know how we were doing outside of football. He cared about us more than just football players. He cared about us as people, as men, as fathers, as husbands, and the other guys were, and everything like that. So I think that was the thing that really touched me more with him. And he was so smart, and he always had our backs. We had his back, and we fought for him.
And I guess the media also not only portrays, the Steelers organization as like drama-filled and crazy and all that, but like you touched on Le'Veon Bell. They kind of give Le'Veon Bell a little bit of a bad rap. So you play with him for a year. So what was it like being the teammates of potentially the best running back in the NFL right now?
I think just the fact that he was young, he made a lot of mistakes, but I mean he made a lot of young guy mistakes. I think now, he's a father now, and he's realizing he has to be a lot more responsible, and I think he's turned that corner being a more responsible guy, and he's one of the most talented players in the league, and I think he deserves his money, and I think that he's worked hard to be where he's at, and he's a good kid. He's a great kid.
Do you think he's gonna stay in Pittsburgh?
I mean, I know that he wants to. That's the thing. I know that he wants to. I personally know that he wants to, but it's up to that's not my call, and hopefully they figure it all out.
So at this point, what is it going to take for Pittsburgh to get over that hump? Because they have so much talent on the team. Is there just one thing they need to get them over that hump?
I think obviously I think offensively they seem like they're pretty steady. I think maybe some things on defense, maybe get some more draft picks in the defense and things like that. I think that would be a big help.
Yeah, I was actually talking to one Steelers fan about, I decided to ask a couple Steelers fans what I might should ask you, because, they might want to hear some things out of you, because you played for them for a while. You're a fan favorite a little bit, from your years there. So
Right.
One of the things that one of the Steelers fans told me to ask you was, can you come back and play defense for him? You played running back, but can you come back and play, plug one of those holes on defense?
I don't know about all that, but if my play days are pretty much over, my body's finally healthy again, and I'm just enjoying what I'm doing now. But if the price is right, yeah, sure.
So I want to ask, speaking of defense, my last question about this year's team, at least. Ryan Shazier obviously had that gruesome injury, and I know you played around him. Can you just touch on Ryan Shazier for me?
I'll say Ryan's I trained with him in Arizona. He's a great guy. He's a hard worker. He doesn't just use his talents. Just he's not one of those guys that has a bunch of talent, doesn't work hard. He's one of the hardest workers out there. I was devastated when the situation happened. I reached out to him and his family, and they reached back and stayed in touch with Coach Thomas, see how he was doing, and I'm glad that he's starting having some feelings in his body, and hopefully he can make a miracle comeback. But I'm just glad he's okay for his own personal reasons with his kids and his family, his fiance and everything like that.
Sticking with the Steelers now, I want to ask about those what I think are pretty awful jerseys, those Bumblebee throwbacks. What'd you think about those? I want your honest opinion.
I didn't mind them. I think they were pretty cool. A lot of the people, the fans, they enjoyed it. They called them Bumblebee uniforms, and everybody, we had some good games in them. I would say we had a lot of good games in them.
Jonathan, come on, man. You like them really?
Yeah, I mean, they were that bad. I think the socks were cool. Guys would be creative with their cleats. We always, it was easy for us to branch out and be fashionably different from everybody else, and add our own little flair to it at the same time.
Okay, I respect that. So there was one game that you played in with the legendary Charlie Batch, right? It was the last game of his career, where you guys somehow came out and beat the Ravens, my Ravens. What was it like playing in Charlie Batch's last game? He scored a touchdown. He threw a nice block on that touchdown play. What was it like playing in his last game, getting that dub?
Steve Batch, we joke around to this day. He's like, man, if it wasn't for me, you would never scored. And I guess look at the film. Yeah, it kind of was. And the fact that Charlie, played that game very in an emotional situation, and helped us prevail to come back and win the game, and for me to make a big game out of it for myself, and it was a fun game, and obviously to beat Baltimore in Baltimore is even better.
What's that rivalry like? What's it like on the field playing against the Ravens?
I would say this: what is advertised? It's physical. It's respected. We respect each other at the same time, but it's a very hard fought, physical game.
Well, terrible towels. My last question about the Steelers. I want to ask about those terrible towels. What's it like seeing those all waved around you, filling up a stadium with those terrible towels? As a Packers fan, I hated them in the Super Bowl, but I mean, it's kind of a badass fan thing, if you will.
It was good. It's a tradition. Everybody enjoys it. Everybody has fun with it, and it's a good experience to see it.
And, so after you played with Pittsburgh, you moved on to Arizona. So one thing I got to ask is, how is it like playing with Larry Fitzgerald? I mean, he's one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. What's that guy like off the field?
Well, he's a great guy. He's a class act. What you think he is, that's what he is. He always wanted to be around us, always invite us to places, dinners and events and all different types of stuff. He's one of my good friends while I was there.
Yeah, and Jonathan, obviously that was the end of the NFL career a couple weeks into the season there, and I think you never got that second chance following the legal troubles. Do you think the legal troubles did attribute to the fact that you were never able to play again?
I think it was more of misconception, knowing that everything wasn't true, but I think everybody was scared of the situation. But it's kind of upsetting because they have the guys that have there's legal, like there's physical evidence that they have done this stuff and they have gotten second chances and never did. But that's why I'm able to tell my story and hopefully the NFL could use my situation as a nursing to other guys who were falsely claimed.
Right, and I do want to bring that up, Jonathan. So you bring up the false claims, obviously, like I said, you never did make a return to the NFL. So would you consider that maybe a blackball? Did you have any contact with teams following the 2014 season?
I had some teams here or there, but it was they wanted, the price wasn't right at the same time, and some teams weren't all the way in, some teams were, but it was just realized that it was time for me to move on, time for me to make more decisions for myself of my future. Go back to school, get my degree, and knowing that I could still be successful, and knowing that I felt like it was a black ball, but wasn't in my control of it being a black ball. All I know is that I was honest, told the truth, and know the type of man that I am, and everybody who knows me knows the type of man that I am.
Right, and I know the charges were eventually dropped due to insufficient evidence, but would you mind elaborating just on what did occur and what happened?
I never physically put my hands on anybody. My child's mother. We're friends now. We worked past that.
Good.
It's over with, and I just she had her apologies. I had my apologies for not being the not handling it the right way, but she knows, and I know that it was definitely a misunderstanding, and when someone's angry, they do certain things out of spite, and that's just kind of what happens.
The charges were eventually dropped due to insufficient evidence, if I'm not mistaken. That was the case.
Yes, sir.
Right, so I imagine, because a lot of the articles, as you're probably aware, if you've read any of them, it makes you look out to be
worse than what
eventually
was dropped.
Eventually was dropped, and that's why we did want to touch on that, Jonathan. Now, my final question for you, my friend, and we do appreciate you taking the time to do this. What does the future hold for you, Jonathan? Obviously you mentioned you're finishing up your degree. You're looking forward to some scouting. Do you have any personal goals moving forward?
Oh, I'm going to be the best mentor I possibly be to these kids. I feel like if I knew a player like that, been through what I've been through, if they could tell me their story and guide me in a way, I wish I would have had that. And if I could do that for a young man going through what he's going to go through, whether it's going through college, going to the how to get to the next level, and mentor him in the best way, I'm willing to give him my knowledge, and everything's good for me. I'm still doing okay, doing better, and just moving on to the next step of my life, and I'm excited about it.
Well, Jonathan, yeah, congratulations, man. Happy to hear you're back up on your feet, making yourself the best you can be, and we respect it. We appreciate you taking the time to do this today, and for opening up and answering our questions.
No
man.
problem.
We do appreciate
no problem.
It greatly.
I have no problem talking about it. It's not a big of a deal to talk about for me.
Well, go Eagles, I guess.
Well, go Eagles, I guess,
February 4th.
on Sunday, February 4th.
And as always, go Ravens.
Thank you.
So.
Oh, boo. But thanks, guys. Thanks for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Take care, Jonathan. Thanks.
Yeah, take care, Jonathan. Thanks. We are back. Thanks again to former NFL running back Jonathan Dwyer for joining us today on the bandwagon. Look, he's clearly back on his feet after some life-changing stuff, Vic, and whether or not it was true or false or whatever, we'll leave it at that. Let's move on.
Yeah, and I just want to say, regardless of what happens or what happened in the past, he's obviously trying to better himself, trying to do well for his future, and, you got to support that. So
Exactly.
Next up, we've got my favorite segment on the show. Our favorite segment on the show, where we go to the epitome of knowledge, a.k.a. Yahoo Answers. And that was a nice little ad-lib in there.
Thanks,
I
man.
appreciate
it.
We go to Yahoo Answers, and we answer y'all's questions. Because here's the thing. Me and Alex are very intellectual. We're intellectually gifted, if you must say.
Ooh, okay.
And we're very good at giving advice. I'm going to leave it at that. So, we answer you guys' questions because, you guys aren't as smart as us. So, I had to say it, Alex. I'm sorry. I don't know if I spoiled something there. It is true. So, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
So, the first question is, so there's no doubt that Tom Brady is the greatest athlete who ever walked the earth, right?
No.
There's no doubt whatsoever?
No, there's doubt. He's not the greatest. He's
He's the greatest quarterback to walk the earth.
Yep.
100%. The greatest athlete. When you look at Tom Brady, do you say, wow, he's athletic?
Lamar Jackson is the greatest athlete of all time.
Bo Jackson is the greatest athlete of all time.
No,
so
Lamar's great uncle, Bo.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sure they're related because their last name's Jackson. Is that how that works?
It's not a popular last name.
Not at all. We're gonna move on.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. So this one it's kind of sad. It's a sad story. This person needs our help.
Oh boy.
It's titled, "Am I being a bad friend?"
Yep.
My friend asked me if I could give her $200 to go to Mexico. She claims she'll pay me back, and she says she wants to go. She says she wants to go, but she has to pay her car insurance. My birthday is in 2 weeks, and I'm going to Paris. I really don't like loaning people money. Plus, my birthday is coming up. And am I being a bad friend?
Why? Why are you going to Yahoo Answers for this?
I mean, you're right.
That's too much for me.
But is she really being a bad friend, though? I mean, because she doesn't want to loan out her $200 for a friend to randomly go to Mexico.
Yeah.
Because her birthday's coming up. She's going to Paris. Right. So she needs that money for spending money. Stuff's expensive in Paris, Alex.
Yeah.
With euros, pounds. Well, I don't know the currency.
Yeah.
Yen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's Chinese. I don't know. Moving on. This one's a mind blower. So if you don't want to be philosophically destroyed after this question, you might want to pause the podcast here. Just click the little 15-second little skip button if you have an iPhone. I don't know about Android.
A couple times, yeah.
Yeah, a few times. Okay, an easy one. If you expect the unexpected, doesn't this make the unexpected expected?
Whoa!
I'll read it again for
Yeah,
those who didn't catch it at home.
Whoa!
Okay, an easy one. If you expect the unexpected, doesn't that make the unexpected expected?
Yeah,
Doesn't
they're
it,
right.
Alex? It does. So it's kind of like, this is one of my favorite things ever was the whole opposite day thing.
Yeah.
People would be like, it's opposite day. And then I would always be like, but if it's opposite day, then it's really not opposite day. But if it's not opposite day and you say it's opposite day, then it is opposite day. But if it's opposite day and you say it's opposite day, that's really not opposite day. You see what I'm saying?
That's a really good point.
See, this is kind of like that where it's like, well, if you say to expect the unexpected, that means the unexpected is expected. But if the unexpected is expected, then doesn't that just turn into the expected? But that means there's still some things that are unexpected. Unless everything's actually expected.
Whoa. I don't like this.
Here, I can't. No, I can't reason with this. It's like it just goes in circles.
Yeah,
I'll get stuck on a loop.
Forward.
I'll just be like a CD
Proceed.
that's skipping over and over.
Excuse
Next
me.
question. Next question. What confuses you in life?
The last question.
Oh, is that what confuses you in life?
I'm lost.
I'm lost. I don't know if I can continue the show, simply because of that. Wow.
I'm really confused right now.
Expect the unexpected. Oh, what confuses me in life? Why do flamingos stand on one leg?
Ooh.
Right? Why do they stand on one leg?
Which leg is it?
Uh-oh.
Are zebras white and black, or are they black and white?
No, don't do this. We all know they're white with black stripes.
Or are they black with white stripes?
Huh.
Because aren't their faces white?
I don't know. Now I can't even picture a real zebra. in my
I
head.
can't either. Another one for you. Are cows white with black spots?
Yes.
Or are they black with
Well, it depends on
white
what kind of
everything
cow.
else?
There's different kinds of cows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Alex. I'm just saying. Why do ostriches put their head in the ground?
I hate animals.
Is it because wow, I love them, all of them, all living creatures.
Why I eat them and you don't?
I never will again. That's for darn sure. Hashtag go vegan. Next up. Speaking of birds, how many cars will be turned over and how many fires will be set in Philadelphia if the Eagles win the Super Bowl?
A lot of them. Lot of them.
Over under the whole city gets burned down.
Over. It's going to the suburbs, dude.
Everything's done. If Philly wins, imagine if the Eagles win the Super Bowl. Imagine the Eagles fans if they win the Super Bowl.
Dude. All those memes would be gone too. There's so many Eagles don't have rings memes. Those are all gone.
The one I always remember is the one. It's like I think Cowboys fans always use it. It's the one where they're like, "Oh, Eagles fans had a great time winning this," or an Eagles fan watches his team win the Super Bowl, and then his power turns off and Madden shuts off and he gets sad again because they don't have a Super Bowl or something like that.
Oh wow!
They can
Good
only
job.
win on Madden
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a stupid joke. I didn't like it. Next, we talk about people needing our help, and I think I want you to help me figure out who in this scenario will need the help. Okay. If someone was talking crap about me at work, can I punch them in the face? Who needs help in this situation? Is it the person who do we need to help this person who is like getting crap and wants to punch somebody in the face, or we need to help the person after they
I
get
think
punched
you
in the
let
face?
them punch him in the face.
I agree. You can't be talking crap to people.
Yeah. No, about people.
No
it's behind the
bullying.
back.
We're an anti-bullying podcast.
Are we?
So
yeah, probably not the best
I
idea to
like-
punch somebody in the face. You're right.
that's probably it's probably not the best idea, but I mean, I guess
It's
you
an
can
idea.
do it.
It's just not a very good one.
How many times have you
Jesus.
punched somebody in the face?
Sorry about that, everyone. My mic stand just broke.
I see you didn't answer my question. How many times have you punched someone in the face?
Oh, well, I have a brother, so
Oh, a lot then.
I've been punched in the face more. He's older than me, so
Austin is older. Shout out.
shout out.
Uh,
I don't know.
okay, apparently it's a lot. I've been in one physical fight one time. One
Let's hear it.
physical fight. I was at my friend's house. I think we're all kind of playing around, like fighting. And there's this one kid who was hanging out with us for some reason. He was like 6 years older than us, I think. He was in like high school. We were in like 4th grade. That's a red flag already. So he was just hanging out there, and all of a sudden we start like pushing each other. And dude, let me tell you, I was in like 4th grade, but we talked about me being a man child or something.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm telling you, this is the only time this will probably ever happen in my life. I got my fist balled up and I just went bah and just punched him right in the jaw. I was feeling like Rocky and Mike Tyson combined, man. I was like, I feel like Sugar Ray Leonard out there, man. I was like, bah. Hit him one time good in the jaw, and then he started pounding on me, dude. I was done.
No.
I was on the couch with in the tornado drill position. I was done, dude. It was over for me. But I got that one hit in, and I just remember that. A jab. Oh, that was nice. It was like a hook. It was a hook.
Oh no.
Man.
I'm
Wow.
sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, I didn't die that day, but I came
Jesus
close.
Christ.
Yeah. Anyway, Next question. Will Tom Brady be put on Mount Rushmore? They need to put Tom Brady on Mount Rushmore next to Lincoln. Unlike stupid Obama that lived hard, he actually was successful. What do you think? I got a couple things. First of all, I'm pretty sure Obama's not going on Mount Rushmore, so what? I don't know why they just threw him in.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. It's like he just wanted to rant about something, so he's like, Obama can't go on Mount Rushmore. It's like wait, there's no plans for that to happen, my guy. It's okay.
My gosh.
So should Tom Brady be on Mount Rushmore next to Lincoln?
Yeah.
Put him on there.
Why not? Hey, Victor, let me tell you a little something. I even brought the guitar for this one.
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you guys about Podban. Podban. That's Podbean. If you're looking to start a podcast, go to podbean.com/bandwagon. If you're looking to start a podcast, go to podbean.com/bandwagon. So me and Victor started a podcast. It's called The Bandwagon. We use Podbean to host our services, the best host out there. Better than any of the other ones we've used, and I'll leave those ones unnamed. But podbean.com/bandwagon. We get you 1 month of hosting free if you're looking to start a podcast. It's pretty easy to do well. As long as you do it well, go to podbean.com/bandwagon for 1 month of hosting completely free. End of the last one.
Didn't make sense.
Yeah, I know.
You can do it well if you do it well. Good job, Alex.
Am I wrong?
No. Expect the unexpected.
Exactly.
All right. What should you do if you accidentally kill your neighbor's dog? Like, you threw a knife at it accidentally. Now what?
Wait, what?
I'll repeat it. This person asks, what should you do if you accidentally kill your neighbor's dog? Like, you threw a knife at it accidentally. Now what?
I'm scared.
Why?
This person's
It
out.
wasn't-
You go to jail. That's what you do.
Dude, it wasn't purposeful, though. He said accidentally.
How do you actually... what? He was throwing
accidentally
knives
threw
at a
a knife.
dog.
You ever accidentally thrown knives before?
No.
Well, that's sad. You haven't lived. Till you accidentally start chucking knives at living creatures. That's when it gets fun.
You go to jail.
This person actually says under it, one of the answers is, it's not very grammatically correct, but it says, I will prepared for going to jail.
Thank you.
That's what you do. I mean, maybe. What if they don't know, though? What if they don't find out that you choose to kill the dog?
Well, I imagine they'd eventually notice.
I mean...
I hope so, at least.
They'll notice the dog's dead, but what if they don't know it's you? In that situation, do you go tell them that you were the one that accidentally threw the knife?
Maybe not, because then you'd probably actually go to jail.
Would you go to jail? I mean, you should go to jail.
I mean, if you're just... This isn't the first time the person's thrown a knife. If it's landing in a dog and killing it.
It's not the
So
first
maybe
time
the neighbors would know that this person's known for throwing ninja stars at the trees in their backyard. Like,
oh, what if they're they're one of the circus knife throwers?
see,
They were
and then
just
they're throwing it at their neighbor's dog. Or maybe they were throwing a knife at the tree in the backyard, and the dog ran up and thought it was a stick and tried to catch it.
Ooh, you're a thinker. I like it. See, that's what I'm saying, Alex.
Hashtag expect the unexpected.
You heard the question and got judgy about it, right?
Originally.
So now you're sitting here like, wait, maybe they're actually a good person. They just made a mistake. They accidentally killed it.
You know, there's two sides to every story, is what they say.
Sorry, Patches. You're dead because little Bubsy was practicing knife throwing. So I feel like the dog could have been named Bubsy, actually. That would be
Jesus Christ is right.
So that's all I got for you. Ask Me Answer. I know. Yeah, that was exhausting.
Thanks, man. So I'm a little fired up. We've been recording. It's Thursday night, but I'd like to suggest something. Let's jump on a suggestion circle with some S's. What's that?
Am I going first or you going first?
I'm going
You're
first.
going first, right? Get it. Ball up.
All right, man. Thanks for confirming. I might have switched that around on accident, but I'm going first because I'm fired up. My suggestion circle, humans, ladies and gentlemen, the bandwaggies.
And animals. We're also animal friendly. They can listen.
Watch out for the Brewers. The Brewers have traded for Marlins outfielder Christian Yelich for some prospects, and they went ahead and signed outfielder Lorenzo Cain, the Meg outfield, Yelich, Braun, Cain, Brewers outfield 2018. Watch out for the Brewers. I'm making moves. David Stern's making moves. David Stern's making city move. He make your T-words move. David Stearns is making moves. He's making moves. Last year they took an L, but this year they bounced back. Wake up in the morning and trade for Yelich. Hey. Thanks.
Did you just say David Stern?
David Stearns, yeah.
David Stern?
Stearns, plural.
David Stern. So the former NBA commissioner.
No, different spelling. Stearns. Stearns. It's the GM of the Brewers, I believe.
Yeah, you know the Brewers are probably going to have about 60 wins next year, probably, right?
90. Last year they took an L, but this year they bounced back.
You got to have other pieces on the team besides two outfielders.
They're trading pitchers. They're trading. They're looking to move Domingo Santana and Brett Phillips, Maverick Phillips, AK.
You got to have more pieces. I can name 4 players on the team.
Go.
Zach Davies.
Hey.
Ryan Braun,
yep.
Who you just informed me a little while ago actually still is living.
Yep.
I didn't know that. Ryan Braun, Lorenzo Cain, and Christian Yelich.
Can you name any others?
There's a guy that has dreadlocks that played second base, and I don't remember his name.
Are you thinking of Ricky Weeks?
Yeah, Ricky Weeks.
He's been gone for like 7 years.
Okay, I knew he was there at one point, though. That's credit. Does K-Rod still play there?
No.
Oh, does Giovanni Gallardo play there?
No, but he might have actually just signed with them on like a minor league deal, so possibly.
Oh, maybe. Who's the guy that you traded us that one time? Gerardo.
Oh, J.J. Hardy.
No, what? I mean, that was a long time ago.
That was a really long time ago.
Gerardo Pera or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
Does he play for y'all?
I think he's
plays
back
for
with
the Rockies.
Diamondbacks or something.
Rockies, Diamondbacks, something
Rockies,
like that.
yeah, you're right, Rockies.
I can't name anybody else in the Brewers. I don't care how hard I try.
What are you suggesting today, sir?
Yeah, you know what? I was having a good day, and I wasn't really, planning on suggesting anything. But then something happened. You heard about the release of the weird NBA jerseys, right? The alternate jerseys, the My City jerseys, I think they're called.
Yes.
And 97% of them look terrible.
Yeah.
Just terrible. Like the Magic's, it seems like almost all Magic fans are really loving this jersey. It looks like space, and I'm really confused. It's like the galaxy, and I don't get what that has to do with anything. Because Magic. Stars and Magic. Does that have a correlation? I don't know. Anyway, so there's one NBA team I've noticed is just making a huge deal about their jersey. Do you know which team I'm talking about, Alex? Have you heard about this at all? Because they're all over Twitter. The Miami Heat playing Sacramento. That's the only reason I knew they were playing Sacramento tonight. Other days I wouldn't care if they're playing the Sacramento Kings, but the Miami Heat are so obsessed with their Vice jerseys that all it is, it's just that weird, like, Vice looking thing. Yeah. Like it's that pink cursive almost. It's like, it looks like Saved by the Bell or something like that. Like that's what it reminds me of. I don't even know why. I don't think it has anything to do with Saved by the Bell, but it looks like it to me. So anyway, the point is like it doesn't even look that great. Like it's nice. It's not a bad jersey by any means. I mean, it's cool. It's got the cool colors.
Yeah.
It looks
bright
like
colors.
Miami.
Yeah.
It represents Miami well. But my suggestion is that you got to tone this down a little bit because they're not that great, Mr. Social media expert at the Heat. You got to calm this down just a little bit. Like they created their own hashtag, and it's just like, stop. Like nobody cares, TBH. So like you don't have to act like this is this huge deal. There's a lot of conversation on the show, Alex, today about jerseys.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm not a fan of jerseys ever. Just not. I don't like jerseys.
You like jerseys, though. You're a big jersey guy.
I am a big jersey guy. That's why I'm going to have one of my nicknames on the back of my jersey. that y'all vote for. It's going to be great. Those are incarcerated Bumblebee jerseys. I don't like those things that the Steelers wear. Anyway, point is, Miami Heat, you got to chill out on this jersey thing because it's not that important. It doesn't even look that great. It's okay. Calm down.
Jump on a bandwagon. Hold on. Real quick. While you bring up Miami and bright lights, I just thought of a song by a Miami boy, so I'm going to sing it for you. I'm doing a lot of singing tonight. Ready? Bright lights in the big city. It's by CeeLo Green.
Do you like CeeLo Green?
Or is that by Lunch Money Lewis?
Oh, I've heard of Lunch Money Lewis.
He's a Miami boy. I don't think CeeLo Green's a Miami boy. Never mind. Keep going.
I don't know where CeeLo Green's from. Let's ask him. Hold on, no. Lunch Money Lewis? Is that the dude that had that Bills song?
I don't know. He sang, "Give me the green light, 'cause I'm ready to go."
Oh, is that one of those songs that plays on the radio all the time?
And then, yeah, they did for a while. He actually, since you're not going, I'll go. CeeLo Green, Lunch Money Lewis actually sings another fitting song for my bandwagon. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to throw it in here in a second. We're just thinking of Miami boys. Lunch Money Lewis actually sings a song. It's very fitting for right now. So, if I can find it. Oh, yes, Lunch Money Lewis does sing the Bills song. I thought you meant the Buffalo Bills. He sings I Got Bills. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's a good song.
He also sings this song.
Pay.
The song is called...
So that I work.
The song is called Mama. When I was hungry, she cooked me something yummy. She would take care of me, cook me up some chicken soup. She say, "That's my baby. Stand up and clap." Girl, love me back. Whoa. Whoa. She hauled up and whipped my ass. But I'm still her biggest fan, 'cause she made me who I am. The song is dedicated to my mama, who taught me how to put on my pajamas. Always let me have a couple dollars, and told me that my dreams I better follow. I love my mama. All right, we'll cut it there. So that song is called Mama.
I'm pretty sure we're going to get in trouble for copyright.
We probably will, but it's
just
okay.
Because of that. Good job, Alex.
So I'm jumping on the bandwagon of mamas. So in particular, our mamas. I'm going to start with my own.
Oh.
So Dawn, this one's for you. So my mom actually just discovered recently Bitmojis, if you know what you know what those are.
You're right.
And but she doesn't. She uses them on Snapchat sometimes. She'll just randomly send me like a heart emoji on Snapchat, Bitmoji, I should say. But then in her text recently, anytime I send her anything, she'll send me something back with a Bitmoji. So she actually goes into the Bitmoji app, saves a picture, and then sends it to me because she loves technology. So my mom is just a big Bitmoji lady all of a sudden. Shout out to Dawn. Now, I said I'm jumping on the bandwagon of both of our moms, so I'm going to do that. I'm also going to jump on the bandwagon of Kathy because you posted a picture yesterday on both Instagram and Facebook. And so it was a picture of you just talking into the microphone you're sitting in front of right now. And Kathy commented on your picture, "Holy moly, that picture is amazing," with some heart eye emojis. So shout out to mamas.
That's my mom right there. I love you, Mom. I know I rag on you a lot in the show. I yelled at you for not making me a professional kicker. That one time you got upset about that. I ragged on you about something in the last show. Something about me not riding a bike. I yelled at you for that. I'm sorry, Mom. I love you. I hope this makes up for it. You're amazing. Happy Mother's Day. Happy birthday. Birthday's coming up on Monday, actually, Alex.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathy. Happy birthday to you.
That was really uncoordinated.
That was bad,
great.
yeah.
That was fantastic. Love you, Mom. Love you, Kathy. Love you, Dawn. Love you, Dawn. Love you, Kathy. I appreciate that, Alex.
It's your turn. Take us home, Vic. Take us home.
Take us home. You want to know who was scared to go home?
Who's that?
The Kansas basketball team was scared to go home.
Uh-oh.
Because this is probably the greatest story I've ever heard. I'm jumping on the bandwagon of taking initiative.
Oh, boy.
So apparently, Kansas lost the game against Oklahoma.
They did.
85-80. And there was a player on the team, center Udoka Azubuike. I butchered that last name, I'm sure. He shot 1 for 8 from the free throw line. I don't know if you're counting at home. That's not good. That's terrible. 1 for 8 from the free throw line is, I don't know the percentage because I hate math, but it's not good. It's not a high percentage.
It's not.
So this man showed up, just randomly showed up at the dormitory of the Kansas basketball team on the campus of the University of Kansas. And he allegedly showed up at the dorm to try and teach them how to shoot free throws. He was trying to give free throw advice. And apparently he came like multiple times and kept getting the police called on him. But then he would like leave before the police got there. So I was jumping on the bandwagon.
What?
Taking initiative because this dude, obviously Bill Self ain't doing anything. Perry Ellis ain't going to come back anytime soon. So they need unknown man to come on or come in and give free throw advice. Alex, if we have a nominee for the first ever Bandwagon Ring of Honor inductee, I think this man should get it. We got to consider him. He's going to be in the running with David Gross. This guy trying to give Kansas players free throw advice at like midnight at the dormitory, man. That is the greatest thing. Me and you were both in college, dude. And I just can picture, like, what if some dude just knocks on your door with like a jumpsuit and like a sweat?
He's got like a Nerf hoop and a ball.
He's just and he's like, all right, guys, line up. Like,
oh my gosh. Okay, that was funny. Woo! All right. Yeah, that's it. That's a walk-off.
That's a walk-off. Yes, sir.
For Victor, for Jonathan Dwyer, I'm Alex. Until next time.
Follow me on Twitter at Frezeal33. FRECEAL. Got to get that follow account up. I love you guys. Go Heels.
Hashtag Bandwagon Pod. Until next time.
Bandwagon Pod.
What up, Miss C? It's your boy V Han
in A-Tobe 2014.
And this is Stone. Let's go. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. One day I was walking
down the street.
I was really thirsty.
So I went to Pete's.
I had a big glass of water.
Then I had to pee.
So I ran all the way home.
And I opened up the door.
I went straight to the potty.
My brother couldn't hold it anymore.
I lifted up the seat.
But then I began to pee.
It went from the kidneys
to the ureters.
Down to the bladder,
where it all mattered.
Then through the urethra,
where I'll have to release you.
Out the urinary meatus.
Then it exits our penis.
Later on that night,
I had a pain that I could not fight.
I was dizzy and I had to throw up.
And my temperature was as high as you know what.
I couldn't take it anymore.
So I had to go to the doctor.
Yeah, I got checked out.
Your boy was about to pass out.
Then the doctor came in
to give me my diagnosis.
Last night I was up until 10.
Worrying about this prognosis.
He said, well, Houston, we have a problem.
And I said, whatever it is, Doc, we're gonna solve it.
I'm about to put down this microphone.
It was a kidney stone. And we out.